The demonic cult leader is my wife. Jin Yomyoung said to himself that the Absolute Supreme must be absolutely solitary. The Absolute Supreme must be flawless and perfect. The openings that inevitably appear when one becomes entangled with others and comes to hold human emotions were something the heavenly demon could never possess. That was why the cult leader had no intention of pairing the young cult leader with anyone. No one. To begin with, something like love was a luxury within the heavenly demon divine cult. Cheon-yonga said, "Love. Love, you say? Of all times, just when the cult leader's will was firm, to think that someone would appear claiming that they truly cared for Yura." Jin Yomyoung spoke again, his voice heavy. "That is why I desperately need your help. Please help me," Cheon-yonga asked quietly. "Is becoming the demonic faction lord your goal?" Jin Yomyoung shook his head. "Of course not. Even if the young cult leader were not the young cult leader, I would feel the same. No, come to think of it, that would have been even better. If she were not the young cult leader, we would be able to meet more freely." Cheon-yonga frowned. "If the cult leader heard that, he would tear you to pieces." Then she added calmly, "But he is not here right now, so it is fine, is it not? He usually handles affairs in places other than the primordial demon pavilion." Jin Yomyoung blinked. "Oh." Cheon-yonga narrowed her eyes. "Very few people even know that." Her aura surged, crackling with electrifying power. As it wrapped around Jin Yomyoung, she asked, "How did you know?" "Ugh." Jin Yomyoung clenched his teeth, thinking to himself that this was as expected of the best among their cult's martial masters. Cheon-yonga nodded slightly. "As expected, you are holding out well. A typical rising martial talent would have had their heart frozen to death." Jin Yomyoung let out a shaky laugh. "Ha ha, you are so harsh." His hands trembled. Cheon-yonga continued, "I cannot support you while going against the cult leader's will. However, since you have returned from the brink of death, I will clear up a question you are bound to have. The cult leader has no intention of pairing Yura with another person. So why would he hold something like an exchange ceremony? Are you not curious about that? In this generation, the successors of the 6 clans are close in age, so the competition is fierce." Jin Yomyoung listened in silence, confusion growing. Cheon-yonga went on. "Unlike the quiet Jin clan and Pei clan, the Ma clan is a complete mess, with the first and second children openly locked in a dirty power struggle. Moreover, the SA clan is not the only one where 4 people, including Sabayon, are aiming for succession. The Huan clan and the Soul clan are not much different. Now then, what would happen when a new variable called the demonic faction lord appears in such a situation? And what if you add proactive manipulation on top of it?" Jin Yomyoung murmured. "The chaos would intensify. Who?" He thought to himself that the bloodstorm back then had been the cult leader's plan all along. Cheon-yonga confirmed it. "It buys Yura time to grow and consolidate her power," Jin Yomyoung added bitterly. "And it gives those heaven-defying society rascals more chances to dig in." In his heart, he already saw the ending. The cult leader's scheme, failure, a catastrophic failure. No matter that he was the heavenly demon, his eye for people and his way of handling matters were truly trashed here. Jin Yomyoung trembled with anger. Cheon-yonga said evenly, "Since the Heavenly Intelligence Pavilion has moved, that chaos will not end easily." The Heavenly Intelligence Pavilion. Cheon-yonga suddenly tossed an item toward him. "Take this. I will help you once, so long as it does not cross the line into rebellion." Jin Yomyoung caught it and froze. It was the tag of the Contemplation Heavenly Pavilion, one of the 9 demon pavilions. Cheon-yonga continued, "Come to think of it, you caused quite an incident in Qinghai, did you not? They say you turned the Orthodox Alliance leader's granddaughter into a demonic practitioner. That is unfair," Jin Yomyoung said tightly. "I clearly told her to stay away." Cheon-yonga turned and walked off. "Even so, you will not be able to completely dodge responsibility for that, will you? Yura defended you before the cult leader, so there is still time before the story spreads. But you should look for a way to contain it." Jin Yomyoung stood there, shocked and confused. Faced with the truth he had tried so hard to ignore, Sandojan finally collapsed. In another scene, "Kuh, big brother, big sister," Sandojan cried out as tears streamed down his face. His body trembled as he grabbed Jin Yomyoung's sleeve. Please help me get rid so that I can flay those rascals and offer them to the graves of my people. And now." A gaze swept over the group. Samsa spoke calmly. "In terms of the Cheon-il Academy, you might be a senior, but when it comes to serving our Lord, we are the seniors." Hyuksa said, "Yes, he is right." Jin Yomyoung thought to himself that Sandojeon was the humble type, so it would probably be resolved quietly. Sandojeon said, "Our Lord said that he marked me as a subordinate before you, so should I not naturally be our Lord's left arm, and also your senior? Jin Yomyoung blinked in confusion. Sandojian, Samsa snapped. What did you say? Hyuksa declared, words are not everything. Sandojian nodded coldly. True, in the heavenly demon divine cult, where only the strong survive, words alone are never enough. Then he took a step forward. Come at me all at once. Sam Say scoffed. You think we cannot defeat you? The next instant, cries of pain erupted all around as everyone shouted in agony. Jin Yomyoung watched silently, his expression completely unimpressed. Baek Sanga suddenly sat down beside him and asked, What are you doing? Jin Yomyoung turned toward her. You have come, Baek Sanga spoke softly, her gaze distant. You know, I once wanted to become a famed sword empress in the Murim. People praised me as talented, and my grandfather said that at my level, I was more than enough to inherit the Southern Heaven sword art. Jin Yomyoung began about this incident. It was my fault, Baek Sanga said calmly. Then she shook her head. No, fault is not the right word. Stealing my resolve is not wrong. I said with my own mouth that even if I died, I would not blame anyone. Jin Yomyoung finished quietly, but this was unexpected. He looked at her and thought to himself that she was steadfast. The resolve she had back then, and the way she stood now, had not changed. Baek Sanga straightened. All right. So I thought long and hard about a solution. She suddenly leaned closer and said without hesitation, Let us get married. Jin Yomyoung froze, his eyes nearly popping out of their sockets. What? Sandojian shouted. I am our lord. Sam Sa cut in immediately. No, I am. Baek Sanga ignored them both. Actually, if you ignore the fact that I have demonic energy, is this not a once-in-a-thousand-year stroke of fortune? As long as I am not expelled from my clan, it means I do not have to abandon my dream of becoming the Sword Empress. Jin Yomyoung wiped sweat from his brow. That sounds kind of plausible? Baek Sanga asked. Then what is needed to make that happen? She continued, I can gloss over my demonic energy and gain the powerful justification of an alliance with the demonic cult, a political marriage with a demonic practitioner. That is true, but why me? Jin Yomyoung asked weakly. Baek Sanga stared at him in clear annoyance. Jin Yomyoung trembled and said quickly, I am sorry for asking. Her words struck him harder than any punch. My counterpart should at least be from one of the 6 clans for the alliance to hold weight, and for my main clan to consider the match equal. Ouch, ouch, Jin Yomyoung muttered, wincing as if physically struck. Baek Sanga sighed. Who else do I even know besides you? Ha! I know you are a leading candidate for demonic faction lord, but I am desperate, so I am not in a position to be picky. Jin Yomyoung steadied himself and said earnestly, The Baek clan is a prestigious family that my patriarch would welcome. Also, personally, I want to help you. However, he hesitated, then spoke honestly. I truly love the young cult leader, so let us find the second best option together. Sandojian rushed over and exclaimed, My lord, Jin Yomyoung asked flatly, Is it over? Sandojian straightened and declared solemnly, I, Sandojian, as my lord's left arm and acknowledged leader of this group, offer my respects to you. Yeah, sure, Jin Yomyoung replied. In a different scene, Jo Jinsang said, The deadline I set has arrived. Have you gathered everyone? Jin Yomyoung replied, Including me, there are 8 people. He counted silently to himself, Samsa, Sandojian, Cheon Yura, and himself. Additionally, Baek Sanga and Sa Bion had also stated that they wished to participate. Jo Jinsang thought for a moment. I suppose we do not necessarily need to match an exact multiple of 6. Then he asked, Will you challenge the mainstream immediately? Give me some time, Jin Yomyoung said. You mean the second exchange ceremony? Jo Jinsang asked. For once, they even spread the news quickly, Jin Yomyoung thought to himself. It must have been a measure to refresh the atmosphere after the recent large-scale purge. Jo Jinsang frowned. But will you be fine? The clans that were basically eliminated at the last exchange ceremony say they will be sending new people this. Jin Yomyoung smiled calmly. I will be fine. Because the result will not change, he added coldly, no matter who it is from the 6 clans. All 5 of them ought to give up on returning in one. Thanks for tuning in. I truly appreciate each and every one of you who took the time to watch this video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. If you enjoyed what you saw, consider sharing my videos or channel with your friends who might also enjoy it. Your support means the world to me and helps my channel grow. Let's keep this community thriving together. Until next time, see you in the next video.